Your body can literally feel terrified of something that hasn't even happened yet, and your brain treats imaginary threats exactly like real ones. Right now, millions of people are anxious about things that will never occur. So why is your mind so convinced danger is coming? Fact 1: Amygdala hijacking. Your amygdala, a tiny almond-shaped region in your brain, can take over your entire nervous system in milliseconds, bypassing your rational prefrontal cortex completely. When you're in genuine danger, this is incredible. But neuroscientist Daniel Goleman noted the same mechanism fires when you're just thinking about danger, meaning your body floods with cortisol and adrenaline before logic even has a chance to speak. Understanding this helps you recognize when your emotional brain is overriding reality and gives you back control. Fact 2: The negativity bias. Your brain is fundamentally wired to remember threats more vividly than positive experiences, a survival mechanism from our ancestors. Psychologist Roy Baumeister's research shows negative events stick with you roughly 3 times stronger than positive ones. You'll replay an awkward conversation for weeks but forget compliments in hours. This is why anxiety feels so real and intrusive. Your brain has evolutionary permission to obsess over what could go wrong. Fact 3: Catastrophizing. When anxiety takes hold, your mind doesn't just imagine bad outcomes, it jumps straight to the worst possible scenario. Cognitive therapist Albert Ellis identified this cognitive distortion decades ago. You spill coffee and your brain instantly predicts job loss, financial ruin, and social humiliation. It's not a character flaw, it's your threat detection system stuck on maximum sensitivity. Recognizing when you're catastrophizing is the first step to breaking the anxiety spiral. Fact 4: The uncertainty effect. Not knowing what will happen activates your threat response more powerfully than knowing something bad will happen. Neuroscientist Nico Bunzek's research reveals that unpredictability itself is stressful. Your brain would rather have certainty, even if it's negative. This is why waiting for test results feels worse than getting bad news, and why vague social situations trigger more anxiety than structured ones. Your anxiety isn't irrational, it's responding exactly as designed to information gaps. Fact 5: The default mode network. When you're not focused on anything specific, your brain activates a system called the default mode network, and it's obsessed with threats. Neuroscientist Randy Buckner discovered this network runs simulations of worst-case futures constantly. You're not choosing to worry, your idle brain is literally doing its job by imagining dangers. The moment you direct attention towards something concrete, a task, conversation, sensory detail, this fear-spinning network quiets down. This is why mindfulness actually works at the neurological level. Fact 6: State-dependent memory. When you're anxious, your brain preferentially retrieves memories of other anxious moments, not happy ones. This memory filter, called state-dependent learning, makes danger feel inevitable because you're literally only remembering the times things went wrong. Psychologist Gordon Bauer's research shows your emotional state acts as a retrieval cue. Anxious mood equals anxious memories flood in. Breaking this requires actively remembering counterexamples, not just trying harder to be calm. Fact 7: The fight-flight-freeze response. Neurobiologist Stephen Porges identified a third branch most people forget: freeze. Your nervous system doesn't just amp up with anxiety, it can paralyze you. This explains why anxiety sometimes feels like panic, sometimes like numbness, and sometimes like exhaustion. The response is hardwired and automatic. Your body is preparing for survival in microseconds. Knowing that freezing is a legitimate nervous system state, not laziness or weakness, changes how you relate to anxiety's physical manifestations. Fact 8: Safety signals and learned helplessness. Psychologist Martin Seligman discovered that anxiety isn't just about perceived threat, it's about the absence of safety signals. When you can't identify anything that makes you feel safe, your brain assumes danger is everywhere. This learned helplessness is why anxiety can persist even when threats diminish. Your brain never got permission to relax. Creating intentional safety rituals, specific places, people, or activities that signal you're okay, directly rewires this expectation. Fact 9: Avoidance reinforcement cycle. The moment you avoid something anxiety triggering, your anxiety drops and your brain learns that avoidance works. Behavioral psychologists discovered this vicious loop: avoidance feels like relief, so you do it again, and the feared thing becomes scarier in your mind. Your brain isn't being irrational, it's doing exactly what it evolved to do. But this means the cure for anxiety isn't avoidance, it's gradual, intentional exposure that teaches your nervous system the threat isn't real. Fact 10: Interoception and anxiety sensitivity. Some people's brains are wired to notice internal body signals, like heart rate or breathing, far more acutely than others. This trait, called high interoception, means you literally feel your anxiety symptoms more intensely. Psychologist Bronnie Viddick's research shows that noticing a racing heart can trigger more anxiety because you interpret bodily sensations as danger signs. Ironically, learning to tolerate these internal signals without reacting to them is how you break the anxiety amplification cycle. Your brain is trying to protect you, it's just getting confused about what actually threatens you. Which of these 10 facts hit you the hardest? Comment below the one that made you say, "Oh, that's me." And if this deep dive into how fear works resonated with you, smash that subscribe button so you never miss when we decode the strange science behind your mind.